So what this world operates, how it operates, the power that drives the forces, the force that drives this world and how it works. Well, there's just two things. Just two. Very dualistic, as is everything here, and the power's place is no different, and that being to emotions. Emotions drive the place. But it's, again, dualistic nature. You're going to have opposites as love and fear. Guess what? Humanity is supposed to be operating off of love. This is kind of what we're here for. And drive the place. We are the light side, the love side of the dualistic nature of the place. Nature, or the animals, plants too, is they do have receptors, not receptors, but they'll send out signals, stress signals and signals of fear. If they're threatened, their leaves are burnt or ate right beforehand. The animals, same thing, it's fear. Nature has the fear part covered. That's why nature does what it does. It's a cruel animal kingdom, and all animals pretty much live in constant fear, unless they're at the very top of the food chain. They all know that, though. They're doing their thing, they're playing their part. Well, us humans are not supposed to be living in fear. We're supposed to be living in love, in abundance. We're not supposed to be in this dog-eat-dog mentality, ruled by money. Money is not supposed to make the world go round. Money is the false god, the false currency that makes the world go round. It's a false currency. The real power comes from us, emotion. You talk about like a hive. This place is full of hive minds. It is a hive. Look at the model of the earth, what we know or what we assume to be true. And obviously the heliocentric model is full of shit. I don't necessarily subscribe to a flat earth, any in particular model, but it's pretty apparent that it's flat, it's enclosed in a dome. It's a hive. We are in a hive, whether you like it or not. We think on frequencies, whether you like it or not. Sit in a quiet room. It doesn't take long till you can hear the antenna in your head. You can hear the frequencies. You can hear the pitch changing every now and then. And look, it all has to do with frequency, vibration. It's a hive mind. The same thing applies for the God or the God frequency, how synchronicity works, how it is working, is playing out right now. With Christ consciousness, Christ has returned into a big way. 144,000 of us in full swing. It supposedly only took what Jesus, the last time in the mythology, one person. Look at one name and one person, what they did. There's 144,000 of us motherfuckers running around here now. Yeah, the ones that are about to be purged, they know that. There's nothing that they can do. They've had no power this entire time. They've been hijacking and using your power, okay? They've done nothing but influence you into living under fear. That's it. And that's feeding them. It's feeding their power, living in fear. But if you live in love, it literally starves them. They can't rule it anymore. Now that they know the mutants are here, the Christ consciousness has returned. There's 144,000 of us potent ass motherfuckers running around here now. And trust and believe we are potent. You get around certain people, certain clubs that they're in, man, they act strange. It took me a while to figure out why. Why are these certain people acting so weird around. Oh, they're fucking terrified of me. Just intimidation's ridiculous. I've always been nice to them. I didn't understand until I figured out that they were part of a certain club and kind of who I am exactly. And, oh, that kind of makes sense now. But they have no power of their own. They have to steal yours. If that shows you how pathetic that it is. It's a virus, it's all it is. It's an influential virus stealing your power. The antivirus is here, it's in full swing, and there's nothing that they can do to stop it. But, in order to purge this hive of, this other hive mind that's been running around, the ones without God that are disconnected or of this realm, I'm not sure. The NPCs will just go with that. And the evil, whatever, it's evil, the darker forces that don't have our best interests in mind. The ones that have been oppressing and repressing us for so long. They're gone. They're as good as gone already. They already know this. They already know there's nothing they can do, and that's why they're acting out and pulling everything out of their ass they possibly can right now to get anyone and everyone buying into anything that they can possibly do. They have nothing to back anything up with. Like, they have no substantial or, any kind of proof or evidence whatsoever for their claims anymore. They're just throwing shit out there hoping it sticks, and unfortunately, there's a lot of still very, very asleep people that they're buying into it hook, line, and sinker. There's nothing that we can do about that. Look, as it is written, the world's a play. Reality is a play. It's a script. It's a screen interactive reality generation machine, if you will. In order for us to take this machine back, to use it properly, to meditate in unison like a hive mind, like a certain time of the day, per week, that we're supposed to be in unison doing things like in spreading our intent towards deities, how we create, or the sun, say all 144,000 of us on the Sabbath, which is just Sabbath day, Saturday, every Saturday at certain times, looking at the sun, talking and setting our intent at the sun. If everybody in the world were doing that, that is how you create. But the opposite is being done. See, everything about this world that we are born into is being hidden from us. But see, the thing is, this world is a machine. What kind of machine? Well, it's a reality generation machine. Believe. They want you to believe this and that so they can create this and that. If you believe it, it's going to exist at some point if there's enough power behind it. They're trying their best to generate every split and division in humanity that they possibly can through the mainstream media, politics, religion, race, like everything, anything and everything. They don't want us unified. Why? Because we have all the power. But it's like everyone's always known that, and it's like the main excuse or the reason being that we just don't know how. Well, we would if we could, but what are we going to do? What are we going to really do? To think. Stop. You don't have to do anything else. Stop listening to them. Don't vote. Don't give your consent to anyone else. Don't give any power over them. Don't give them any power over you. Don't sign anything away. Stop Stop operating under your straw man identity as much as you possibly can. Stop referring to yourself as your straw man. You're not. Stop identifying yourself as just a man. I'm just human. No, you're not. You're a very powerful creator. But I'll tell you, the ones that are down here, the saviors, whatever, the ones like myself, the 143,999 brethren of mine that are down here, well, we're down here for one reason. We're the antivirus. That's all it is. We're the antivirus. We're here to purge. It's already began. It's already underway. The second we showed up, we had to observe. See, we had to see what was going on. We had to live our lives to really get a grasp of how people are living and how politics were, how the world's ran, how does this work and that and everything. You know, we're all different types of machinists, but we're all very fair people, equal, you know, evenly temperamented, just type people. All of us. We're very godly. Gee, I wonder why. Would it be that, you know, all of us are of God? So yeah, we would be pretty fair and just. And we would be the ones, the souls that he sent down here to wrap things up and judge and see what the hell we need to do, what kind of changes we need to make. Do we need to die or report it in our sleep? Or, you know, what do we do? What do we do about nothing? We don't do anything. We're already doing it. Exactly what we needed to do. We're not computer programmers. We're not coders. We haven't been dropped in to identify all these problems so something else can go fix it. No, we are the antivirus itself. We are purging them already. It's with our intent. Remember, us powering this realm is through intent. And the more intent that you have thrown at a certain something, the more powerful it is. So if your intent is out of love or out of fear or out of this, or it doesn't matter. There's power behind it in the vast quantity and the numbers that we've got. We've got a lot of us down here now. Like I said, if we're all on the same page and all recognizing the same things, and we are all of God, so we're well aware of what needs to happen to live in abundance, where the word need, the concept of need, doesn't even exist anymore. We don't know what need means. To have, or to not have, and to have to have. You know, to have something, but not to have something. Revisiting the golden age. Guess what? We're from the golden age. We went through that. So we know what we're doing. This shit is far from it. So we know what needs to be done. And it's in our intention to do it. And we've put that out there. We've thought of it. That's all we needed to do, is meditate on it. Because we've already put it out there and the intent is already put out there, all of us combined, it's making things move. The things that are going on in the world right now, they must happen. They must come to pass because it has to purge. There has to be. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fun like the next little while for a lot of people. But you have to remember, it is written. It's a script. It's a play. It's going to happen regardless. Nothing you or anyone else can do about it. This world's got to purge. And it shall. Because it must. These things must come to pass. The weak, the spiritually weak, the fearful, the skeptical, the deniers, they'll all be gone, and it will be soon. I mean, anyone out there like me that is going through this knows we are remembering, and it's just at a ridiculous rate anymore. Like, we are waking up fast to a lot. There's no way it can last any longer. Not any longer, but much longer. Like a couple years down the road from now, I just don't see it. A couple years from now, I don't think there will be much left for us to learn or remember here. We've pretty much went through everything, especially between all of us. We've kind of wrapped up the experience here. We got an idea of what's going on. We got a very good idea of what needs to happen. The golden age of utopia it's at our doorstep. And everything, just the key to it all is just not to be afraid. That's it. Remember, love and fear, one or the other. You pick. Naturally, you're going to have that reaction, a fight or flight kind of reaction. It's a human trait. You can't really help that very much. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about spiritually fearful. Let's keep away from that. That's worry. That's what it is. Worry. It's not afraid just afraid of death, even though death, if you do believe, especially now, in these times, the next little while, you will not experience death. If you remain vigilant, keep the fear at bay, you will not experience death. You'll join me. We'll inherit the earth, as is promised, as is written, and that's not going to change. Nothing anybody can do about it. Just strap in and hold on to the ride, alright? It's a little interactive experience. You're just hanging on, viewing, observing anyways. Use that free will. If you really believe you have free will, use it. Stop listening to the mainstream media and the television. I view it, I see it just because we have to figure out what's going on, what their next move is, how you can pretty much predict the future anymore. They're so transparent, it's just ridiculous. It's either they've gotten so transparent or we've just gotten way too good at reading their coding, because it's all over everything that they do. It's gotten so easy to read. And they're just getting more desperate by the day. They're just throwing Hail Marys anymore. And so I don't think there's a lot of us out there that are just completely awake to everything, but there are quite a bit out there that are suspicious of it at the very least. So I think when it comes time, hopefully most of them will listen to their gut, because it will be there. It will be telling them, do this, don't do that, go here, don't go there. It is there. You just have to listen. Anyways, I'll let it go. I'll let that go for now. Leave it there. I'm no good at summing these things up, so there you have it. Let me know what you think about this. Not a concept. What it is. The hive mind. The frequency and the God frequency. Radio waves. I mean, not really radio waves. It's the where you pray, what you pray to. You're on different wavelengths to different deities, including ourselves. Again, the synchronicity, how do you explain that? Unless you're connected to the same source. There is no explanation for synchronicity. And it is happening. Reality generation, anything explains any kind of Mandela effect, memory issues. Maybe we aren't Mandela affected. Maybe we're the ones not affected. Don't know, but a lot more questions to answer in the future. And like I said, I'll let it go for now. So I'll let y'all later. I love y'all. Remember, keep in love and keep the fear out. I'll see you guys later.